Hi everyone, I'm Jonathan, and good evening everyone. Here's a little note on what I have for the personal speech. At first, I thought public speaking is simply mastering the strokes or the elements, and I thought it would be simple, just to get through it. But likewise it's not. So, throughout this semester, the 3 points I learned from this speak is credibility, number 1. Number 2, clarity, not only in writing and not only in presentation, but also verbally and mentally. And 3 is just is how to be structured. So knowing these elements first showed up in one of the elements covered in public speaking, known as informative speaking. So what about informative speaking? Well, in chapter 8 of The Natural Speaker, we as the class know that informative speaking provides knowledge, while persuasive aims to change views. And this led me to point out that informative is known to be more as a teaching subject, and whereas persuasive aims to change a subject's opinion. And this naturally led to another concept, known as ethos or credibility. So why I mention ethos? Well, here's a quote I got from Natural Speaker. The Natural Speaker emphasizes that ethos is built by citing credible sources and showing preparation. True. Always be prepared, and make sure to cite credible sources when applicable, using college database, or it could be Google Scholars. Another quote from Natural Speaker is, effective speakers balance clarity or ethos, logic, logos, and emotional appeals, pathos. And this idea about structure connected directly to another important lesson for me in the class mates. The role of news, narrative, and reasoning, inductive versus specifically deductive. So what about deductive reasoning? Well, in the November 14th lecture, we learned that deductive reasoning starts with a general principle and applies to a specific case. So let's say I talk about the narrative of Frederick Douglass. I talk about the general aspects, and then I nail down to specific, like time and history, and also any important roles that he has done as a good role model. And together, these lessons significantly share my understanding of communication as a public speaker and as a writer, or any major that I may consider in the future. So to conclude, public speaking is no longer just something I get through. It is a skill I consider to approach with ethos, with logos, and that mastering the structure, or known as mastering the foundations or the fundamentals. And these lessons have shaped me into a more intentional communicator, and I'm ready to carry these lessons forward with confidence and purpose.